In this video, I'm going to show you how you can crochet this upcycled fabric yarn bag. It's quite fast to make because it's just one seamless piece made of 13 rounds only. This project is crocheted in the round, in a spiral way and with single crochet, and it started from the base. In the description of this clip, you will find a link that will take you to my blog, where you will find the written instructions to complement this video. You will need 1 400-gram skein of upcycled fabric yarn. For this project, I used Ice Yarns brand. You will also need a 12mm crochet hook, 1 stitch marker, a 6 cm wide button, and some scrap yarn to sew the button at the end. To start, make 7 chains. For round 1, in the second chain from the hook, make 3 single crochets. Place the marker in the first stitch. Then continue making 4 single crochets more. And 5 single crochets in next chain. If your chain opens, pull the beginning strand to close. Pull again to close completely, and then continue on the other side of the chains, making 4 single crochets more. And 2 single crochets in the last chain. We have 5 single crochets on each side and 4 single crochets up and down, for a total of 18 stitches all around. This marker shows me the beginning of rounds, and I will relocate it in the first stitch of next ones. To start round number 2, I remove my marker, and I'm gonna make 5 single crochets in first stitch. I can move my stitches back, so all 5 single crochets will fit into one stitch. And I relocate my marker in the first stitch of this round. And then I make 8 single crochets more. Five single crochets in next stitch, and 8 single crochets once again. When I work with a thick yarn like this, I hold my crochet hook in a different way. Instead of placing my hand below, I put it over the hook so I can crochet comfortably and faster. Round 2 has been finished with 8 single crochets up and down and 5 single crochets on each side for a total of 26 stitches. For round 3, we will only make 26 single crochets, so we remove our marker and make the first stitch and relocate the marker. And we continue with our round without making any increases. This is the end of round 3. From round 4 on, we will make increases on both sides to shape the bag. So we remove the marker and we will start with 2 single crochets. So I relocate the marker in the first stitch, another single crochet for a total of 2, and then 2 single crochets in next stitch. Then I make 12 single crochets, 12, 2 single crochets in next stitch, and next 10 single crochets more. This is the end of round 4 with 28 single crochets all around. For round 5, we will make 3 single crochets, 2 single crochets in next stitch, 13 single crochets, 2 in next stitch, and 10 single crochets. This is the end of round 5 with 30 stitches. For round 6, we will make 4 single crochets, 2 in next stitch, 14 single crochets, 2 in next stitch, and 10 single crochets. This is the end of round 6 with 32 stitches. From round 7 to 10, we will only crochet these 32 stitches without making any increases. This is the end of round 10. For round 11, we will make decreases on both sides of the bag and we will open the eyelet. So I remove the marker and I will make 4 single crochets. I relocate the marker in the first stitch and make 3 single crochets more for a total of 4. And now to decrease 1 stitch, I insert my hook in next stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, I insert my hook in next stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, and I pull through all of the loops of my hook to close. So I have turned 2 stitches into 1. And then I continue with 14 single crochets more. "14", and I decrease 1 stitch again. So I insert my hook in next stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, insert my hook in next stitch, yarn over, pull through, I yarn over and pull through all of the loops in my hook to close, to turn 2 stitches into 1 again. And then 7 single crochets more. And now, to open the eyelet, I chain 8, and without twisting these chains, I skip 1 stitch and make the 2 last single crochets of my round. So I skip 1 and finish with my last 2 stitches. Round 11 is finished and the eyelet has been made. For round 12, I will only crochet 5 stitches to reach the fold of the bag. I remove the marker and I will make 5 single crochets. I relocate the marker in the first stitch and I continue with 4 single crochets more to reach the fold. And this is the end of this short round. I remove the marker because now we will be starting from the fold. For round 13, I will begin with 5 single crochets. I relocate my marker in the first of these 5 stitches. In this way, the handles will be centered to the eyelet and to the body of the bag. I continue with 4 single crochets more for a total of 5. And now for the first handle I make 35 chains. Without twisting the chains, I will skip 5 stitches and then I will make 10 single crochets more. 10 and next 35 chains for the other handle. Without twisting, I skip 5 stitches, 1, 2, the stitch I skipped for the eyelet, 4, 5, and I make 5 single crochets more to finish my round. To finish, I remove the marker from first stitch and I make 1 slip stitch. This is the end of round 13 and now we just have to fasten off. To end, sew the button to the center and our bag is finished with a long handle to carry on your shoulder. It can be opened and closed easily. Now I just have to weave in all the ends and the bag is ready to be used. I hope you like it and that you can make your own.